All right, recording.
We were like halfway through the season. No, we
Yeah.
were just beginning the season,
Yeah.
right?
We were
We
only
were
talking
like
about the beginning
three or four.
because it was my rant on Universal Studios, or actually specifically Super Nintendo World,
Right,
and
right.
just discussing episode 1 through 4 of X-Men 97.
Yeah,
And then we took a bit of, I don't know, scheduling conflicts. Then I,
yeah.
then I got my buddy Jeff on for,
Uh-huh.
we got to talk about, what's it called? I think episode 7. I think of Bright Eyes.
Oh, just
Right.
one episode.
Yeah. Right before the finale. I mean, I was anticipating to record with him again, but then I was giving, you and Marky a shot to get back in. But
Yeah,
whatever, scheduling.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're all caught up with X-Men.
Yeah.
You're at the penultimate ninth episode.
I am. Caught up, watched 8, watched 9, watched it multiple times. I'm actually letting
Yeah.
episode 8 run right now just to recap my mind on it. And then,
Okay.
yeah, ready for the
Uh-huh.
finale. How are you? Are you all caught up?
Yeah, but I haven't watched it multiple times.
Uh,
When it came out on Wednesday. Yeah, I watched it on Wednesday, and then
mm-hmm.
I watched it with my wife. So
Oh,
we wrapped up around like 11:40, but it was already too late to record.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine because I was already kind of tired.
Yeah.
Because she wants me to wait for her to watch it now, so I can't watch it at my leisure.
You
She
can
she really
watch
got
it.
into it.
You can watch it multiple times. Come on. It's fine to
Well, I
watch.
mean, like the first time she wants to watch it,
Just
like
say, just say
she
you
wants to
waited.
wait
That's fine.
or pretend.
Yeah, dude.
But she
Come
can
on.
see on Disney Plus, like watch it again.
Create a second account, second profile. Create a second profile. Delete it afterwards. Boom. Problem solved.
A lot of work.
Or just create another profile. Say, hey, you got your brother or whoever, cousin, etc.
Yeah.
Just say it's
Oh, I
somebody.
think they all use ours.
Yeah. Just, dude, come on. Yeah.
I've actually gone back and watched almost all of season 5 of X-Men
Oh wow.
because
So,
it's TVY7, so I could watch it with my kid.
uh,
The new X-Men, it's not kid appropriate. You know,
you think
it
this
kind of started that way.
X-Men
What's
97?
that?
Yeah. You think it's a little bit
Yeah,
more
97.
graphic, violent, or what would you say? Not make that
Well,
makes it not
the
appropriate.
last episode, it's Wolverine. Didn't he stabbed Magneto?
Yeah.
And
Actually, is that one of the first
um,
times you actually see like someone stabbed and see blood coming out? Because there was blood on his claws, right?
yeah, he
Like,
normally stabs robots
yeah, I've never seen him
or
stab,
machines.
or like it's always out of view, right? Or if it's not on screen.
He's threatened with his claws, but I don't think he's ever stabbed anyone
Uh,
on cartoon in the cartoon.
so yeah.
At least the original cartoon. But the original X Men is like X Men. It's like TVY7, and
Mm-hmm.
it's more palatable for younger kids. And it's not that bad. I remember when we started talking about X Men, I was like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
show did not age well at all."
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of take some of that back. It's it's still aged a little bad, but it's not. I was impressed with how not bad it was.
Hmm. That's impressive
It's like, oh,
for,
I can sit through this.
yeah, for something that old, like what, 20 years old or nearly 20 years old.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just like any kids cartoon. Oh
Mm-hmm.
shoot, my bad. My ringtone's on. Keep that.
This is rated TV 14. So yeah, it's
This is
not.
TV 14.
Yeah, X-Men
Yeah,
97 is TV 14, which, yeah, based on what we've seen
I
in the
wanted
past 2
to.
episodes. Yeah.
I wanted to pose the question, but I wanted to wait till the series was done or the season was done.
Mm-hmm.
I read a headline that said X-Men'97 is the best adaptation of X-Men.
Huh.
I was wondering if you want. Well, I didn't want to bring that up till we got to the end of the season,
Yeah, I mean,
but I have no other.
I've seen that posted around. Like everyone's hailing this as like, you know, I don't know, the holy grail of X-Men so far.
Yeah,
So I mean,
like the best.
iteration, live action or not otherwise, right? Well, especially live action. There's, I guess because
I'm actually not.
uh,
Go ahead.
no, because I'm just saying, because of kind of how truthful they keep to the source material in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a big factor in there, at least with comic fans. I'm assuming.
Oh, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I don't really keep up with X-Men past like the early '90s.
hmm Oh no, I'm just saying in general. I
Um,
mean, for now, because of what I don't know, internet buzz or whatever.
so so you agree or you don't agree?
As it stands now, I think I would agree. I've been enjoying this
Yeah.
X-Men '97 a whole lot. That's why I'm like really into it and watching it, and like, yeah, even discussing it now. So I think I'm in
Yeah.
agreement until at least we get whatever new iteration of X-Men in the future.
Well, there's going to be a second season. I think they got two done.
Yeah, let's see. I think season 1 and 2 are completed. Season 3 is in development or in writing. And then they even, at
Yeah.
least the current rumors are that, yeah, they can extend this up to like season 5, 6, whatever, however long it can go, just because of the, I guess, fans' reaction or
Wow.
just the
Hope there's
great
not going to be a
reception.
drop in quality.
Yeah, hopefully not.
'Cause they fired the head writer or whoever,
Yeah,
right? When before the season started.
yeah. So we have a good solid 1 to 2 years at least, or 2 seasons until we see if there's a
Yeah.
drop in quality or not, starting with season 3.
Yeah.
It all depends on that.
Oh yeah. I think I would. I think I kind of agree. I think Logan the movie
Mhm.
was the best thing I've seen coming out of X-Men.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's in a different way, yes. But then that's like Wolverine solo. That would be
It's
like,
Wolverine solo.
yeah, Logan.
Well, Professor X is in it.
Yeah. But you wouldn't consider it like a whole X-Men movie, you know what I mean? Or an X-Men, like, yeah, it's not an X-Men movie, animated or live action. It's just
Okay, I
purely.
guess in that context, yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Actually, I was never really a big fan of the live action movies.
Well, you're not.
No, I mean I'm nostalgic
hmm
for the first one because I watched it a lot. We had an illegal cable box, so it would play like all the time. I'd leave it on in the background, but even I mean the first one isn't that good.
Talk about
I
the
think in
first
general
X-Men movie.
the first live action X-Men movie. I think it was a novelty because it's you get to see X Men on screen, and I
hmm
said I'm very nostalgic for it. I'll still watch it. It's on. It's probably my one of my favorites.
Sure.
But I
But
know
it's,
deep down, I don't think it's that good of a movie.
I think I see what you mean there.
Sabretooth has like hair glued on his face. Like it looks, it looks cheap.
Looks aside, I mean, it's still somewhat an overall complete story and a great way to bring these characters to life. At least in my,
Oh, let me
yeah,
rephrase it. It's not a bad movie.
hmm yeah. That's
Just
what it
and
kind of alluded to.
it's not a great movie.
Okay,
It's just a very solid. It's a solid first effort.
yeah. All right, we'll
Yeah.
take that. We can accept that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Especially with all the, they haven't had really that many successes. I think, except for Blade, maybe. I mean, that's the only thing that was really successful out of them.
Oh,
Um,
you mean leading up to X Men?
Yes, correct. Like whatever was before X-Men movie came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nothing that's the whole reason why they didn't have anything that's really coming out, and just how bad everything was, or
Yeah.
not that good.
Yeah. Like a superhero movie was kind of like you expect like a cheap, campy kind of adaptation.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess we could appreciate that they gave it a shot. Like they try to like let's take this property serious.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm very nostalgic for it. I'm nostalgic for like the second Indiana Jones movie, and I know that's got to be one of the worst.
I don't remember
But
which
you know,
one's
I'm talking
that.
about the Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom. Hey, that was great because
Yeah,
that's when you have what's his name? Ki Hu Kwan.
short round.
Yeah, short round. Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
though he's kind of obnoxious, but that you watch it now, well, show it to someone who hasn't watched Indiana Jones yet, and they'll probably say that's got to be one of the bad ones. But it's the
I
one
don't
I'm
know.
most nostalgic for. So
No, I still remember
also
Crystal
super
Skull.
racist.
Crystal Skull wasn't that great. Wasn't good. That's
No,
a
no, yeah, I agree. It's
yeah.
not. That's. I think that's down there with Temple of Doom, though. I think there's only two good ones. I haven't seen the new one.
Oh no, yeah, new one I would skip. We went to the theaters
Oh, you
watching.
saw it?
Yeah, we expected to see like, oh man, it's great seeing Indiana Jones again. No,
Mm.
I mean, I don't want to bash on it, but yeah,
He's too old.
yeah. I mean, he still has a few scenes, and they do some movie magic and make him look young. Or I don't want to really ruin it, but yeah, it's so just jumbled up. It's almost like a mess.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, I think it
That's
did.
the director of Logan.
I think it did poorly in the theaters too. Right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
fell below expectations. I think that's. I don't know if we're gonna see Indiana Jones for a while.
No, that's and the way they ended it, that's kind of the end of it. And if they make another one, I don't know.
Okay,
They're just that's just stupidity in the studio part. I mean, I thought Disney
they'd
was
have to make
well,
like a TV series or something.
yeah, or just something completely different. Like, I'm sorry, they gotta let Harrison Ford go and the whole Indiana Jones this storyline. It's just done. Like, move on from it. If they want to decide
I
to
can
do
see
like,
them recasting.
yeah, they could do a remake maybe, like in another 10, 20 years or
Yeah,
so. They could do that. But yeah, this iteration of Indiana Jones, it's done.
there was a TV show called Young Indiana Jones, like in the '90s. Maybe they should reboot that.
Yeah, I mean, who's the actor for that? I think I remember that show. He's a famous actor, isn't it?
I don't remember. I
Yeah,
remember the intro. I never watched. I never watched an episode.
yeah. I think I've actually watched it. Young Indiana Jones. Who
I think
was
it. Yeah, I think it was pretty popular. It didn't last long, but it has a following.
Young Indiana Jones? Sean
You're looking
Patrick.
at that.
Yeah, or maybe not. I do remember it. That's all I remember. No, I don't remember this guy. I'm sure he's in other stuff, but I don't recognize him. He's not famous right now. So.
I don't know.
Oh man. Oh, we're 15 minutes in. I haven't even done introductions, but I'll just probably squeeze it in there. So, hey everyone, we're back. This is the Work Time Fun podcast. We're here with another episode, and I am joined by my great friend here.
Raymond.
All right, Raymond. Thanks for joining.
That's me. That's it.
Raymond, that's it. All right. Yeah. I mean, we've been chatting up now just a little bit. I don't know if I'll just cut and put this in the beginning or just slide it in as we were just chatting. But anyways, I wanted to make sure we got that intro in at the very least. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So on today's episode, we are catching up. I mean, you and I, we haven't actually recorded together in like a month now, I think.
It could
Because
be almost a month.
yeah, because the last episode was like I mentioned earlier, it was my rant on Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios, and then covering
Yeah.
X-Men 1 through 4, and then now we're already up to episode 9, second finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, season finale. I mean,
And you were too high on the show, right? If I remember correctly.
me, I was.
Yeah, you were kind of mid.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. I think it's because I was on a high from like the first episode, I think, or the second, I forgot. And it just kind of went somber because I think I mentioned before, I'm not too devoted to the comics. So I don't know every story beat, every comic story is out there about the X-Men. I just kind of generally know about
Same.
them. Yeah. And especially only
Yeah.
from like what happened from the X-Men animated series back in the 90s and, to now. Or hear story beats or whatever I've seen from the movies. That's my frame of reference here.
I think the show really took a leap with episode 5. We recorded before episode 5,
Yeah, because we only did 1 through
the attack
4.
on Genosha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then,
And now I kind of see because episode 4 was very that video game episode was very lighthearted and it was very light, right?
yeah.
And I can see why they positioned it like that because episode 5 kind of took a very sharp turn,
Oh, yeah.
and it kind of stayed at that level too. Like it hasn't let off the pedal since episode 5.
Yeah, you're right. I think so. I mean, I was kind of just rolling off of 3 and 4, and just like, you know. And like you said,
Yeah.
they kind of just, all right, let's just roll, and then we're just gonna like ram you in with this with this harsh reality of what this episode, what this series is really gonna be. And like, holy crap! Okay, they really did dive in. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy.
Actually, I have interesting. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I saw. I read an interview with the guy who got fired.
Hmm.
Was he the producer or lead writer or whatever his role was?
It's Bo DeMaio.
Yeah, and he said when they pitched the series, they pitched episode 5.
Huh? Really?
Like this is the episode that we're gonna build to this like moment. And he said he was inspired by the shooting at I forgot, the gay nightclub in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said that shooting inspired him or him and his writers to create that Genosha
Create
scene.
that Genosha massacre. Jeez.
Yeah, Pulse nightclub. That's what it's called.
Okay.
I thought, yeah, that's pretty intense.
Well, seeing as his background, I mean, I know he's you know, of the LGBTQ community, so I'm sure.
I assume.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of his posts is like that on Twitter, at least. So he's very vocal.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say he's very vocal about it. So
he's still talking about the show. He's like, you don't work for us anymore.
Yeah, I think maybe he's hoping that they'll pull a James Gunn on him and bring him back or something.
Or Warner Brothers will hire him to do
James Gunn will take him on for their animated division,
a Teen Titans movie.
Actually, make a good one that everyone will like. It's potential. I mean, the reception, the reception to X-Men'97 has been like fantastic, right? At least that's what I hear online. And so it's hard to not see the fact that, okay, man, he created something great, or he was in charge of something great. You know, he could do more.
Yeah.
So whether that becomes him getting rehired by Marvel, or, you know, WB takes, or DC, I mean, takes a gander.
Well, he must have been toxic or something. Like, why would you fire a guy who, I don't know, like, did they not watch the episodes that he created? Like, he created something pretty great.
Yeah. I think everyone was excited to see this. They saw how great it was going to be, except, you know, whatever he did 1 week prior to the premiere, you know, so whatever it was pretty bad. But knowing Marvel,
took a dump.
Yeah, knowing Marvel, it probably wasn't that bad, but just probably something that doesn't look good. And so they were just,
he probably parked in Kevin Feige's parking spot.
Oh man, something like that. Because he even deleted like all his social media for a time, like he wiped it, and then he jumped back onto Twitter or whatever. At least that's where I see his posts.
Well, I mean, there could be something bad, so I don't know.
I'm assuming that's why. Because man, sometimes he'll post some stuff. It's just like him shirtless, and I'm like, oh, I'm not here to see that. So.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what this guy looks like or what he talks like. I just read an interview.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was like super active on social media.
Oh yeah, he is. At least Twitter, because I do follow him just to see whatever he's talking about for X-Men'97, like his insights, and he'll always post like, "Oh man, okay, you got to focus on this comic book for next week's episode. Read up on this." So the general like
that's cool
thing is like he gives the fans like, "Oh, here's homework for next week's episode."
Oh, I mean that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
Especially for someone who doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, his name is all over the show, so there's no denying it. It's just, I guess, the pride of him having worked on it and showing that, hey, this is his baby, you know, pretty much.
Yeah, give him the Teen Titans. Let's see what he can do with that. That's a popular cartoon.
Well, I don't know. I want to see what happened, and then see if like, okay, maybe it wasn't that bad whatever he did. Or if it was, then it's like, oh man, okay, never mind. I have to wait and see.
It's the parking spot.
I don't know, because nothing's been released. ever since it happened, everyone was like, "Oh man, what is it? What is it?" And then
Yeah, what did
nothing's
he do?
nothing I've
He
seen
wanted
has
a
come
raise.
out about it. Yeah. Now, if he wanted to raise, he could definitely like prove it now. I mean, if he was still there, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's beyond it. That's beyond this the point.
yeah. Yeah. Great show. End of episode.
Yeah, Tolerance
Well,
is
we'll
Extinction,
see you.
part 1, part 2, and then
I guess the last one is part 3. I haven't followed the
yeah.
titles. Is it a part 3?
Yes, it's a 3-parter. So from episode
Okay.
8 on, it's called Tolerance is Extinction. You know, part 1, part
Yeah.
2, part 3 for 8, 9, 10. And then it's just all
Yeah.
interconnected, obviously. Oh, man. So many things going on with this.
Yeah, you don't know how it's gonna end, and it's
Yeah.
like
Well, I mean,
even that title, like Tolerance is Extinction. That's a very Magneto title.
yeah. Actually, who said? Someone said that line in the. Was it Beast? I think it was Beast. When he was talking to that reporter girl. I think it was a Bright Eyes
Oh,
episode.
really? That's a line that he said.
Something. I forgot what it was. It was during
It sounded like a
after.
line something a villain would say.
Yeah. Not explicitly Tolerance is Extinction, but the lines is like, oh, he got upset over what the reporter chick told him. And he
Right,
said,
right, right. No, I can't remember what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry for, for us being like this, for humans to be able to tolerate us, that kind of line. So, like, not the exact words, but something similar.
So now I'm also hearing that there's a Bastion cameo in every episode.
Oh, yeah. That's,
So I've been seeing pictures. That's kind of neat.
yeah, how they, like, kind of shoe in or put those little, I don't know, how do you call that? It's not really foreshadowing, but it's just like, oh, here's a little, like, puzzle piece or hidden little
I
thing.
mean, kind of. We did. When did we learn of Bastion? Like episode 6 or 7?
When you learn about him explicitly, yeah, I think it was,
Yeah, like when did we learn he was the bad guy? Like 6 or like, end of episode 6, maybe.
yeah, I think it was
I know
towards
there's
the
an
end.
episode where they. Yeah, there's an episode where they get a whole Professor X episode where he's with his wife or whatever.
Yeah, that'd have been episode 6, Life Death Part 2. The second part of
Okay.
Rogue. I'm not Rogue, Storm getting her powers back.
Storm story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then mixed in with Professor X.
Yeah,
I think it was
they're
that
doing
part.
a really good job, like balancing like 9 or 10 characters in the show.
Being able to like give each person like a little bit of screen time, so
They
to
have
speak.
some room. Yeah, I would say there's not that much Wolverine.
Yeah.
Maybe the last episode, maybe, and not much Morph.
Hmm.
They're just there for the action scenes, I guess. But for the most part, they've done a pretty good job of balancing this cast.
I think they realized that Wolverine, Logan, has been so much a part of X-Men, like the face of X-Men, you can kind of say,
Mm-hmm.
outside of X-Men'97, from the live action movies to all the Wolverine movies to even cartoon. Like, I think the
Mm-hmm.
previous cartoons was like Wolverine and the X-Men, right? He was such a,
They made Wolverine X-Men, yeah.
yeah, that was a cartoon. Like, legit, it was Wolverine and the X-Men. Like, what the,
Yeah.
he's an X-Men. Why is it Wolverine? Well, whatever. He was so focused on as the X-Men character that they knew to be able to step back and let all the other characters shine, all the other members of the team, at least. Like, I think
Yeah.
even from the beginning when I was praising, wow, they're finally giving Cyclops like some good shit, like, man,
Mm-hmm.
finally just seeing
Being an
how,
actual leader.
yeah, like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Except, towards this whole ending part, I don't know. It's kind of getting dark. I mean, I already saw that it was getting dark beforehand. I don't know if I mentioned it to you before, but I see like a darkness that's looming over all of the X-Men here. Shoot, even Professor X, it's a, it's about to go bonkers. I don't know. It's about to go crazy in the last one.
I hope they end the season like not on a cliffhanger.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hope they wrap up most of the loose ends. I hope it doesn't. We're gonna have to wait like a year until the next season, probably.
Oh man. Even though they have it done, probably they're not going to release it early, so it'll be next year again, just to be able to space it out or stay ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
So,
with
uh-huh.
part 3 coming up, I don't know. I don't know if there's more that you want to discuss in part 1, part 2 before we head into part 3 theories.
Oh, theories. Well,
Yeah.
it looks
All
like
right.
they're ripping the metal out of Wolverine.
Yeah. But I mean, before that, I don't know if you want to discuss more about part 1 and part 2.
So I watched part 2 on Wednesday. That's like 3 or 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember the good stuff.
Okay, I could go with part 2 then. So part 1, I mean, I'll just say some of my favorite parts.
It's a refresher. Yeah, go for it.
Part 1, definitely the Wolverine, what they call the Wolverine tornado or Wolverine hurricane. I forgot. There's an animator on Twitter. He was discussing like, oh man, I was so grateful to be able to animate this shot or whatever, this series. And it was like Wolverine falling from the sky and just slicing all those Prime Sentinels on his way down back to the mansion.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And everyone's praised. Oh man, awesome fight sequence between Wolverine and Nightcrawler against those Prime Sentinels. And then just
were they protecting Rogue?
Yeah, while they were protecting Rogue, I thought, yeah, that was an awesome scene.
Yeah.
And then when Wolverine stabbed that one Prime Sentinel and Nightcrawler grabbed him and shot him, was teleporting them. And then you see like how weird it all gets while you're teleporting through his portal. So,
oh, that's right. Yeah, that was kind of a cool
like
visual.
I don't know if that's ever been shown before, but that's the first time I've seen it like in any media. Like, yeah. So I thought that was really awesome. I mean, there's a lot of awesome moments, but that's one of them. One of the big ones.
Nightcrawler's so cool.
Yeah. Oh man,
he's a cool guy. He's a cool character. It's like, oh, he's so friendly.
Actually, I'll give praise to the live action one. Do you remember the live action one? How was it? First Class? Not the First Class one, but I mean
Nightcrawler?
Yeah, when they first had Nightcrawler and he did that.
X2.
Okay. Was that the when he got into the White House to the attempted assassination? Yeah. That scene was pretty badass in my opinion. That hallway scene.
From what I remember. I wonder if it looks good now. That was like 20 years ago.
I'll probably look back and see it, but it still holds up in my memory as like a pretty awesome episode. Or I mean awesome sequence. Kind of same thing with like I see more of Quicksilver when Quicksilver like gets up to the X Mansion and has to save everyone from the exploding X Mansion.
Oh, that's from what is that? X-Men Apocalypse?
Yeah, whichever, one of the other ones. That's another like
that was a bummer of a movie. Yeah.
Aside from that being like a really crappy movie, but good sequence there.
I thought the first time was cool because it was like in a kitchen or something. It was the Days of Future Past.
For which part?
The Quicksilver scene. They did it once before. Remember they were breaking.
They're breaking Magneto out. Breaking Magneto out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool.
In like the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then they did it again in the sequel.
Mm-hmm. But I think the second part one is better, at least for me. It takes the cake. So. But I
think it kind of felt tone deaf because it's like a serious scene, but they play like Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Like someone died in that scene.
Yeah, but you see it off camera. You don't see it happen. Wasn't it Cyclops' brother who died? Havoc? Alex Summers?
Havoc is in that movie, huh?
Yeah, I think Scott's brother died. I think that's the one who died.
Oh, I gotta watch those movies. Those are weird movies.
Yeah, whatever. We're gonna get the new one by the time we get back to those. So
there's one more there's one more that came after that, right?
Which one? Which one was that one?
I think it's Dark Phoenix.
Was Dark Phoenix after? Oh crap! The one with
I think it was the last one.
Okay.
Before Disney took over.
Yeah.
Is it Dark Phoenix? It's X-Men.
I think that one.
I don't want to tap my keyboard because you can hear it.
I'll have to look it up.
You can see the makeup on Jennifer Lawrence is like way worse because she's.
Yeah, at that point she just does not give a AF. She does not give AF right at that time. Yeah. She was like,
"I am Jennifer Lawrence." Who are these guys?
Yeah, who are you?
Bigger than the franchise.
Let's see, X2.
Anyway, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we're getting beyond the point. All right, Tanj's Extinction Part 2. Okay, good scenes out of there. Any favorites?
What stands out to me is Wolverine stabbing Magneto, and it looks like he's gonna get his metal ripped out of him.
Oh man, yeah. No, I mean,
Cable kind of turned on the X-Men. Right?
Yeah. Well, he didn't turn. He gave him a choice. He brought down his giant, asteroid in front and parked it in front of the X Mansion. And he's all like, "Hey, my old X-Men homies, come with me if you want to live." Basically. Otherwise, die with the rest of these filthy humans, right? Because he already threw
Or wasn't
the.
there?
Hmm?
Was he one like firing at Jean Grey?
He did not.
Oh, that
Yeah, I mean, at which point? The first time when he dropped down to talk to them?
towards the end of the episode, like
No, because
he got
Jean Grey was on Earth, or like on fighting Bastion. She was on Gold Team with Storm
uh-huh.
and the other half of the X-Men. They're trying to stop Bastion. And then so at the
Yeah.
end, when she got hit, she was fighting Cable, who was under Sinister's mind control.
Oh, under mind control. That's lame.
So it was Cable, but then it was like the first time you see Cable use his telekinetic powers, which was like, holy crap, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, okay, I've never seen that much power come out of him.
One other cool thing is they all changed into their 80s costumes.
Yeah, that came unexpected.
Like, oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. I don't know what the point of that was, but I guess maybe because Scott had to give
really
his.
see Wolverine in brown.
Yeah, Scott needed to give his outfit to Cable, so they all had to change to the old school. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. He gave his suit to Cable, or a retrofitted
Everyone
suit.
else is like, okay, I guess we'll all wear our old costumes.
Yeah. Oh, they also noticed that Storm changed her costume, so I guess we're all changing costumes.
She's in their old school costume too. That was cool too.
And that was before she met up with them.
That's right. And her hair kind of grew back. The faux hawk. There's a little nod to the original X-Men movie, right?
The
little throwaway line from Cyclops.
Yeah, they had that in all the commercials. Black leather. Yeah, that was when Cable's.
Oh, they did. Okay.
I was like, "What is this? Am I gonna go to like what? Am I going to war? Or go to a circus?" Yeah, like, what else do you expect? Black leather.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. That's fun.
Yeah, call back to
a little nod. Yeah,
the X-Men. Man. Yeah, I saw that. There's lots of clips online about making those two cuts together. You know, the background story to that.
Which one? The original X-Men movie.
So, what's his name? Bryan Singer. Yeah, the director Bryan Singer. He was like against everyone in the movie from like reading comics or pertaining to the comics, and like he was trying to make it super serious of a movie. Like he was trying to, despite you saying that's kind of goofy, he was trying to make it serious. So he didn't want comic accurate costumes. He didn't want that kind of stuff being in there. And he wanted to just, make it this serious tone comic movie. Mm-hmm. So, yeah,
and I think at the time that was the right decision.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
because I don't think people would take comics seriously at the time, like, or comic book or superhero movies serious at the time.
Yeah, I think
he made the right choice then.
Yeah, for the time, I would agree, because if you see those characters in like these comically looking outfits, everyone's like, "Oh man, what is this? Just cosplay, Comic-Con cosplay in a movie?" Yeah, it's very comical.
And you're trying to appeal to like a general audience. I don't know if they thought like the comic book hardcore audience would have been enough.
Yeah.
To make the movie a success.
I think at the time, there wasn't that many people converted.
At the time,
yeah. Like, if you think about that time, there wasn't a lot of like seriously, or serious comic book movies, or superhero movies even, that were in a serious tone, or even were taken seriously. Everything was just like kind of, like you said before, campy, especially when you're coming off of like I think at the time it was the George Clooney Batman. With the nipples and the bat suit. I was like, come on. Stuff like that. Or even if you did comic accurate, like you're thinking of Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze in that weird suit thing, just outrageous. And
I love that movie, by the way, but yeah, I agree. It's campy.
Yeah.
I think it's the best one.
Even compared to the
90s Batman.
Dark Knight trilogy.
No. I mean, the 90s Batmans.
Gotcha. Yeah, of all those different Batman iterations.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah. That's right. When I think of X-Men, I mean, also X-Men in 2000, like
Hmm.
Marvel was at a low point. No one was following
Yeah.
X-Men. I mean, unless you're hardcore.
Hmm.
Like the X-Men hype already had died down, and when I think of X-Men in that time period, I think of like the Capcom fighting games.
Oh yeah, that had a
Like
big
that's the only
prominence.
yeah, that's like the only mainstream X-Men. If that's even mainstream, like
Yeah, I think
the only X-Men adaptation I could think of. Huh?
yeah, when I was in at college, that was a my buddy Jeff, all right. So like
Hmm.
during one of our breaks or whatever in between classes, that's one of the one of the games. I try to play, but I suck at it, and I just watch him and others play. We'd go down to the bowling alley area that we had, and where the arcades were set up, and everyone would just be playing,
Hmm.
Capcom versus X-Men or whatever iteration in the arcades. So definitely agree with
Oh
you on
yeah,
that.
this it's about Marvel vs. Capcom. That still has a huge following.
Mhm. And dropped to what, 4?
Um,
I don't know, whatever.
no, they stopped at. I think they stopped at three, but the second one is the one that I think is still being played today in
Uh,
tournaments.
let's see. That's cool.
But yeah, I mean, that's when I think of comics in the late 2000 or X Men in the late 2000 or early 2000s. I
Hmm.
think of the fighting games by Capcom. I don't think they were in anything else.
It's funny that you bring that point up because I think a lot of the action sequences for these X-Men characters are heavily influenced by the video games. Like the big ones
That's
I
cool.
heavily notice is like when Rogue, when she went all crazy and attacked that one base where it was supposed to hold the
Oh,
Hulk with I don't know if it was what rank Commander Ross was, but when she
oh,
busted
this is
through that
the
base.
Captain America cameo.
Yeah, was it a captain? Yeah, that one. And then when she does that flying kick to break that tank, that's a move right out of the right out of the game.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah. I saw frame by frame, like not frame by frame, but like, yeah, she does like jumps up the air, somersaults, and then does her like kick
Yeah,
going down, destroying the tank. That's a move straight out of the video game. So
that's pretty cool.
yeah, so it's really cool that they're referencing. I think that attributes to the success of this show, that they're able to take all these different references of the X-Men of themselves from
They're
different sources.
pretending to our nostalgia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I think that heavily
And
aids
it's
in the
it's
success of the show.
it's clearly a show made for us
True,
because
true.
it's TV. This last episode is TV 14. It's not a show like made for kids, like a continuation from the animated series from the 90s. Because
Yeah, it's like they literally just continued on from the '90s show, realized that everyone is grown up and are adults now, and said, "Hey,
yeah,
we can make this a little bit more graphic or more mature because everyone that's going to watch this
yeah,
is older now."
Wolverine can actually stab a human
Yeah,
instead of an exploding machine.
he could slice people in half, or he could stab Magneto and get his adamantium ripped out of
Yeah,
him. So,
they impaled Gambit.
oh shoot, yeah, the Sentinel, the whatever that huge one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and even because they can make this more TV 14, like they can have like when Magneto quote unquote died, like that was such a sad scene because he's protecting people,
hmm,
the Morlocks.
oh yeah,
And remember he had the little like green alien Morlock guy from the cartoon.
yeah, yeah.
He spoke to him in German. Oh man, that's great. You couldn't do that in the this is a TV Y7 cartoon. That you can have more dramatic impact.
Oh, you know what
Um,
sucks? You find like at the end when it was Bastion, you like kind of trimming his stubble of off Magneto. I was like, oh, he
yeah.
survived. So you kind of assume maybe the other Morlocks survived with him, but no, you
Mhm.
find out that when Magneto came back to the X Mansion, that holy crap, they
Yeah.
died. So this got
Do you think? Go
dark.
ahead. No, do
No,
you think Gambit's dead?
he is dead, but I'm led to. I mean, everything I see online is like they're bringing him back. They're bringing him back.
There's
Um,
no way they could kill him.
Yeah. But I mean there's different ways. I think a lot of people are wrong online. They're saying, "Oh, they're going to bring make him like a what's it called, one of the horsemen of apocalypse." But like there's no time for that. I
uh,
don't know how they're going to squeeze in apocalypse into the very end of this. Like what the hell? He just comes out of no.
he'd be like he'd be the cliffhanger for the next season.
Yeah, I mean that could work out, but that wouldn't be reason
Yeah.
enough of how you bring back Gambit in that way. I'm leaning more towards. So here's a clue that Bo DeMayo hinted at for this next coming on. I mean,
This guy,
yeah,
this Bo.
he put a picture of Star Trek, the ship, the Star Trek ship, and then he referenced like a Star Trek episode, and everyone's online. It's like, oh crap, I remember that episode, and it was like an episode in Star Trek Next Generation that was all about like time loops and going back in time and doing stuff over and over again. So we're led to believe that something, that's what's going to happen probably at the end of the next episode. And that leads into like, okay, maybe they do things differently and characters stay alive, or turn of events, change, or some chain of events leads to a different outcome.
Yeah, I kind of don't want them to. Time loop is always like it's a very common comic-y way to bring, dead characters back.
It is a comic book show, so.
Keep them dead.
The other theory is that
I think
there's another theory. This is a wild one that I thought was pretty cool, but a lot of people are thinking, "Oh man, this X-Men'97 is actually what's going to lead to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine." Like the events here is something happens and leads to everyone dying and leaving, Logan by himself, and he's the version that shows up on Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
That's a lot of writing.
Could be a far, that could be a far stretch, but that could be just pulling on tiny.
They're gonna call season 2 X-Men'98.
X-Men'97 Part 2, or +1
-2.
X-Men'97 +1.
Oh, so I already asked the questions before we did the official intro, but this is the best X-Men adaptation so far.
Oh, big words there.
Or should you save that for end of season?
I mean, we could say it now. I mean, I'll give. I'm leaning towards it. I think that we should pose that question after the finale, and then just to really let that all sink in and give our thoughts. But yeah, I mean,
the finale would have to be like terrible.
Yeah. If the finale is
Jubilee like woke up from a dream.
Oh God, no.
Well, it was all a dream, and they're all playing basketball like from episode 1.
Oh, that's probably the time loop thing. Oh, jeez, if it goes that far back, potentially.
We should write the episodes.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's coming up. We got the theories, part 3, whatever, and just excited to see what's going on. Yeah, with that ending, I mean, I know we're kind of working backwards here, but is there any other shows or things that you're keeping up with as well with X-Men'97?
Well, I did watch Rebel Moon Part 2.
Oh man,
it looks like Marky did not watch it. I thought we were both hyped for it.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. I wasn't day one, but I watched it like I think the weekend of.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah. That was a waste of time for me. I think
better than the first? Better than part 1?
No, I thought it was worse than part 1, honestly. My opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You can disagree there. I mean, it's still terrible, but...
You thought it was an improvement from part 1?
I think because there were some decent action scenes. That's it.
Copy that. I guess for me, it's like, okay, it doesn't do anything to really elevate the story of what's going on. It doesn't do anything to elevate the threats or anything really. It is so just, oh, hey, this is a Samurai 7 ripoff. We're going to help these villagers. And yeah, you're going to be good. Like, people that I expected to die, died. People that expected to live, lived, whatever. Honestly, I don't.
Are you saying you didn't enjoy You're telling me you didn't enjoy the 30 minutes of them harvesting wheat?
Oh yeah, let's all get together and do this. We'll get it done by the time they get here.
That is some nice looking wheat. That's some cinematography.
Oh yeah, that's all CGI wheat. I don't know. No man.
Oh, I think there's an interview where they actually pulled real wheat.
Yeah. Oh man, they should do a
I don't
documentary
know.
on that.
I don't want to. I don't want to follow up on that interview, but
Uh, yeah, I don't even want to think about it anymore. So yeah, I don't know. And supposedly there's supposed to be another cut of it, right? You hear that?
yeah, like an R-rated violent cut,
Yeah. I'm like,
hopefully in black and white.
yeah, 4 hours long. Can't wait.
Yeah, I think this summer, I think we're gonna get the epic Rebel. Is it both movies smashed together, like one big epic
Oh God. I
Rebel
mean,
Moon 1-2?
it,
Isn't it
it,
weird? Like all that world building in episode one in part one, and then the whole movie just takes place in
that
the
little
little
village.
village. It's like, what's the whole point of all that world building you guys did?
It's just to know that it's out there. That's all. Just know that there's a world out
For
there.
future movies, right? They got to
Yeah.
find the princess or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's
my
right.
god, they ever
Because
played the violins? A weird scene.
oh,
Like, is this
the
art? Am I
assassination
watching
scene.
art?
Yeah.
Yeah, with like
Uh,
there's like an orchestra behind them.
yeah.
I think it looks cool, but it makes no sense. That's a very Zack Snyder way of describing. Oh, that's a way of describing Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Uh,
Looks cool, has no meaning.
like I think I said over text.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know who's in the right mind, like thinking they could keep giving him all these projects, like just willy nilly. Just oh man. I
you're
think
saying there will be a part three where they look for the princess?
if there is, I'll be surprised they continue it. I mean, no, actually, I won't be. Because for whatever reason, there's still a whole lot of Snyder fans out there that are just like praising the crap out of this, at
Ooh,
least
and
online.
they are so anti James Gunn. I'm loving it because James Gunn released a picture of Superman.
Oh yeah, yeah. His newly
Like he's like getting dressed or
his putting
something,
his boot
and man,
on or
they
taking it
are
off one other way.
yeah,
And like
and they are just piling on. I love how toxic the Snyder fan base is.
I like the one where it's
I do
like
want to point out one.
hmm,
Go ahead.
oh no, just carrying on that picture you mentioned. I like the Photoshop. They changed the background to be he's inside of a Payless shoe store or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah.
I
Whatever
think
you.
I saw one where he's like on a bed with a woman, and the woman's like, "It's okay. Everyone has their moments or something."
Oh man, that's even better. Uh, but anyways,
um,
as I interrupted.
no, just one great scene if you remember. They in preparation for the bad guys approaching, they put like their wheat all over the village to
Uh,
prevent them from
from
blowing
firing,
it up,
yeah, on the building.
firing. But then later on, he's like, "Go fire on the village."
Yeah, so
I'm
the
like, "But what about the wheat?" It's like, who cares? It's like, well, who cares in the beginning then? That you had
yeah.
no intention.
I think he
Uh,
hinted at that in the
uh,
beginning. Anyways, he didn't care about the wheat. He just wanted to go there to find what's her name, that
yeah,
girl, that warrior girl, whatever
yeah.
her name.
The Scar Giver. It's a
Yeah.
great, awful nickname.
Well, when did that ever even get established? Scargiver. Since when? I
Well,
mean,
he says it like
yeah. I,
halfway through the movie.
I don't. I mean, it's the Scargiver, but when have you ever been told about it? Even like in the same part two, like
Uh
yeah,
huh.
yeah.
And
Anyways,
he looks kind of silly. He looks like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber, like that hair.
yeah, like
He's a good
bold.
actor. I know I'm not trying to knock his acting, but he
Yeah,
is terrible character.
I like him as a bad guy in the first Deadpool, right? That's the same guy.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, or
Oh,
like
that
other
movie is
things.
like winking at the camera.
I think he was in. I liked him in. He played a transporter. I don't know if it was a remake movie or a TV show, but he played the transporter guy, the one that was usually Jason Statham.
Wait, oh, like a sequel or one of
Yeah,
the?
it was like a one-off. I don't know if it was like a TV movie or something. I forgot, but he played the transporter, or he was in the transporter.
Okay,
One of those versions.
I haven't seen one Jason Statham transporter movie.
What? Oh man, that's That's
Yeah, I know
some
they look like fun movies.
yeah, that's some fun movies. Fun time. Fun time. That's cinema right there. In an Audi or whatever.
Well, there's one where he's like a beekeeper. It's a recent one.
I heard that's good actually. And
Oh,
then
is it Netflix or is that something?
no, I think it's I don't know if it's Max or one of the other ones, not
Oh,
Netflix. Yeah. I forget who posted it. Someone was like bashing on it might have been what's his name? The guy who played Cyborg. He kept talking about, oh,
oh,
look at Beekeeper.
Ray
Yeah,
something.
yeah. He's all like, oh, look at Beekeeper. It's like getting way better reviews or views compared to Justice League or whatever.
Yeah, that guy hung his hat on Zack Snyder, and I think he lost.
Mhm.
He's just bad mouthing everything WB.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's never going to work for them ever
And
again.
yeah,
Or get another
unless
job
Zack
anywhere.
Snyder gets to make another movie.
Yeah. He's not even in part 2. He's like dead since part 1. So, oh, man.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
We don't see like his spirit or a flashback or anything.
I
I don't
forgot.
remember
I forgot
actually.
already. I don't even remember. If he
I
was
think
in
there's a
part 2,
flashback where
yeah.
he's in it.
It might have been a flash if he was in there, but for all intents and
Yeah,
purposes, he's dead and he's gone. He's not in the story anymore. So, not a main part of the
I'm
story.
surprised he didn't get a bigger role.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Well, yeah, that's a bummer. I thought you guys, I thought we were gonna do a Rebel Moon Part Two review, but
Yeah. Well,
you
if
had this
Marky,
hiatus, and Marky hasn't watched it.
yeah. Well, if Marky ever watches it, maybe we could discuss it once as our
Or we'll
previously viewed
discuss
shows.
or as Zack Snyder retrospective.
Yeah.
You can rank all his movies.
We'll make that one. I'll let you make the spreadsheet. Oh,
You can
man.
just use the previous and change the titles.
I'll just make a copy paste.
Yeah. That's it. I've watched Rebel Moon Part Two. I watched season 5 of the old X-Men cartoon.
Mhm.
That's it. I think that's all I've watched.
Yeah. I guess for me, I think I've
Yeah,
pretty much been on an anime, how do you say it? Like kind of anime binge.
we
I don't
watch a
know.
lot of anime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been on anime binge. Like I've caught up on all the major animes that are out there right now or current.
Hmm.
Let's say I'm anticipating the new seasons that come out, especially for Demon Slayer, especially for I don't know what else is coming up next. Um, I don't know. So that's kind of gone to me like, oh man, I'm gonna start up on my little side project that I have planning up, which I'll let everyone know once I'm ready. But if
Oh,
it's
nice.
if I haven't hinted it enough already, it is anime related, so we'll see. And yeah,
Oh, I think you already. Oh, okay. I
I
don't know.
don't I don't
It's
think I've
recording. I don't know if you said
yeah
it
I don't think I've
off
publicly
off camera.
yeah
Okay,
off air. So yeah,
off air. Yeah, right.
yep. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
And yeah, anticipating next episode finale for X-Men '97, and then whatever goes on
Hmm.
from there. So hopefully we can get a
Oh,
lot more of us on so we can discuss and finally get to
yeah. I wonder. It's not just gonna be an episode 10 recap, is it? It's gonna. We already did all the X-Men talk. Now I wish I kind of saved it for when when the
yeah.
season ended.
There's still going to be more, I'm sure, especially after we see what the ending is. Then we could just talk about okay, what did we think overall? What, where do we really rank this X-Men '97 show? Is it really the best iteration of X-Men out there? After we've finally seen a whole season, just details to solidify our opinions about it.
I mean, between now and that one episode, you think your opinion's gonna change? Like, it would have to be a really bad episode.
I mean, it could happen. I don't know, but no, I mean, I doubt that my opinion will change. Um, but then at the same time, who knows? And if anything, I could be a little bit more descriptive and I would give more details onto my reasons why I agree with you. This is the best iteration of X-Men so far.
Yeah, well, all we have to do is reference the live action movies,
Yeah,
the other cartoons, which I haven't watched. Right? X-Men
that's fair.
Evolution, I didn't watch that.
That one looked all right. I've only seen a few episodes of that, but not enough.
I was the wrong age. I think I was already in
Yeah,
college when it came out.
yeah. That's the whole
Or
reason.
I think so.
I think I mentioned that's the whole reason why I never got into like Avatar: The Last Airbender, the the
Yeah,
cartoon.
no, I
Yeah,
agree.
things like
I wish I did
yeah,
because
around that time. Then I would have appreciated the live action, even though I enjoyed it, but still.
oh right, you watched that.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
one of the things. So
I forgot. No, that's what because everyone who's seen it, they keep saying it's really good, and it's like I kind of wish I jumped in at the time.
hmm it has a lot of good stories from what I hear. And then based on the live action movie, it looks like that it would have been a great show to watch or keep up with.
Yeah, it's just a lot of TV. That's like
Yeah.
5 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try, but I can't. There's too much on my plate now currently that I'm like, shoot, I need to watch the next episode of Kaiju number 8. I need to watch whatever else, all the other things I'm watching and keep up with this
Hmm.
show. Yeah. So
And I have watched some of the first season. It's kind of dated. Like it's hard
mm,
to stick with it.
mm,
I think we just missed the boat. We missed
yeah.
the zeitgeist of Avatar.
Yeah. It's all right. We can just ride on the waves that it creates and whatever comes forth. So that's what I'll enjoy, at least. I'll enjoy whatever new iteration there is. I'll be part of the new generation of fans.
You think they you think they built some from that TV live action TV series?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I think they've already established they're having season 2. So, yeah,
Okay, I think as Avatar fans just want more Avatar.
that is true. But then at the same time, there's some that were complaining because it wasn't completely accurate or it didn't, match with the animated. Of course, there's always going to be those kinds of
Yeah,
people. But,
that's the problem. They're trying to reboot Avatar,
mhm. And also to make it fit
and
in a live action series, because you can't do the same thing on animated as you can on a live action. Things to keep in mind.
yeah, and it doesn't. I mean, I watched the first 1 or 2 episodes. It doesn't look good. Like
You're,
you need
talk-
a big budget, I think, to make it work. Like a Game of Thrones kind of budget.
you're talking about the live action?
The current live action
Oh, okay. I mean, for
and the acting, I remember being kind of weird,
yeah, I did mention that to you. I don't know
right?
if it was on air, on a recording or not, but it did feel a little campy, or like the kids. Yeah, they're so
Yeah,
young. Like a lot of them, it's like one of their first, major roles. So it's like they're really like just fresh, really newbie.
yeah.
So the real amateur actors. But I mean, they're all gonna come to form, and I'm sure it'll be more solid by the time second season comes out.
So you're sticking with it. You're gonna stick with You're
Watching
gonna keep
the
watching
yeah, if it comes out,
Avatar.
yeah. I mean, I thought it was enjoyable. I don't think it was the greatest, or I don't give it as much praise as a lot of people do. But I'm not gonna bash it as much as some haters. I enjoyed it, and I anticipate watching the second season when it comes out. So yeah,
Okay,
I give it that much at least.
at least 2 seasons worth.
Yeah, unlike Rebel Moon, if they put a part 3 out, no thanks.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm all in.
All right, something to detract.
Aren't you just like fascinated by like a movie so incompetent but so like well financed? Like Zack Snyder always gets the bag.
Uh,
We're gonna give you a lot of money, and here's your like, give us your vision. And then you see the vision, it's like, oh my god,
he's like the M Night
there's
Shyamalan
plenty of
of.
these.
He's like the M Night Shyamalan of like these comic movie type things.
And I someone he had like 2 or 3 good movies before he, I don't know, ran
Yeah,
out of ideas.
that's why. That's exactly this is the M Night Shyamalan. He's that right now.
I don't know if
Yeah,
Zack Snyder has a really good. I guess if you're into Watchmen or Dawn of the Dead,
yeah. 300. 300 was a critical success. Like it or not,
yeah.
it was a success. So
Well, I mean, you're talking about financial success, like
yeah,
commercial
yeah.
success, but critically, I think it was just a decent. Well, no,
No,
visually, I think it was kind of new for the time.
yeah. All the things that were
Yeah,
coming off of it, like spot or like all the lines that came out, everyone
yeah.
just spitting out all the quotes from the movie. Yeah,
Very stylistic. It's very
mhm,
Zack Snyder that
yeah.
movie.
Like it worked for that, but I think we had too much of
Yeah,
it,
I guess.
and now it's just overused in a way or in a sense.
I I still think people just want Christopher Nolan. and Zack Snyder is the closest they'll get to him.
Yeah. Well, anyways, enough of that.
Uh,
I didn't mean to bring
until
that up.
Rebel until the director comes out,
Yeah.
we'll put this on hiatus.
Yeah. So again,
Zack Snyder talking.
we'll finish X-Men '97. Then, of course, are you gonna watch Deadpool Wolverine? Pretty sure you are, right?
Oh, I'd like to. I'm enjoying everything I've seen so far.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
But that's a movie that I can't bring my kid to, so it's something we got to plan. You get a babysitter,
Uh,
or parents.
it comes out the same week that we go to Comic-Con.
The same weekend?
Yeah, the same weekend.
Oh, that's terrible planning.
Yeah. I just realized that. I was like looking at my work calendar because I have time off for Comic-Con. And I was talking with my usual coworkers that watch movies, and I'm like, hey, when's it coming out? Like, oh crap, that's Comic-Con weekend. So,
Oh, they screwed up. They usually schedule around that stuff.
I mean, it might be good
Oh,
because people will be
I
in
might not catch
Comic-Con.
it opening weekend then.
Yeah, I'll probably catch it early, honestly, since I have those 2 days off. Might watch it like if we get Wednesday preview night or Thursday night, because I don't have all 4 days again with Comic-Con. So,
Oh, same for me. Actually, you bought our tickets, so we
yes,
have what you got us.
yeah. So,
Next time I'll see you. All right, I'll catch you.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, if I go watch it with my coworkers early, I'll invite you if you want to or not. Up to you. If not, then maybe over the weekend.
Well, I mean, that takes planning.
Yeah.
I think historically, like studios tend to avoid putting movies out on Comic Con because that's when all the movie announcements happen.
Hmm.
I think The Rock tried to launch a movie at the same time. I think it was like Rampage or something. And it had a pretty weak opening. I don't know.
I'm thinking
Comic Con isn't what it was, so
I'm thinking they're fairly confident about Deadpool and Wolverine. So, and then I think they're just using.
yeah.
They might be using Comic Con as a catapult to as well. We'll see. But
Yeah,
I mean, there's
honestly,
enough general audience that's curious and wanting to watch it, and diehard fans at going to Comic Con, we probably will also at some point, or at least afterwards.
Yeah.
But it has enough general audience wanting to watch it, so
I think I think it will be a hit regardless.
Yeah. So that's why they
know. I don't know if they're going to be promoting that movie at Comic Con because the Comic Con you want to see what's coming out, not what's already out.
Well, in a way, it's kind of coming out while it's airing, so they could just.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll probably use it to also say, "Oh, we got this coming out next year," or "We got this coming out the line," that kind of stuff. So, at least that's what I'm hoping.
Deadpool and Wolverine sequel,
or whatever comes of it. Yeah.
This might be it. Hugh Jackman, I think, is 55 years old.
I think he's at least committed to one of the Avenger movies. So after this,
is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Same with Tobey Maguire and I forgot who else. Maybe even Andrew Garfield. So. Yeah.
Oh man, so they're multiversing.
Yeah.
Are we still doing Kang? Or
they haven't changed it yet. It's still whatever
it's gonna be Doctor Doom.
However they do it until we find out otherwise. So.
Oh, and also one cool announcement that was like last week.
Mm-hmm.
They casted Galactus.
Oh yeah.
For a Fantastic Four movie.
The voice.
Galactus is like one of my favorite villains.
Really?
Yeah, I just want to see him like eat a planet.
Like sets up a tablecloth and just kidding.
No, like grab it like an apple and just take a bite. And then like from the planet point of view, like see like this like a giant mouth coming, like cause destruction.
Actually, are you familiar with the actor that they cast for Galactus? Are you familiar with his work?
No, I actually don't remember who the actor was, but
okay.
I don't think so.
I forgot something in essence. Look him up. I didn't realize, but he does a lot of voice over work or voice acting. He did the voice for all of I think the Diablo 4 intro. And dude, his voice is very menacing and dark, dark tone. It's pretty badass. So look it up later after this.
You got the right guy.
Yeah, at least for the voice. Yeah, he'll have this menacing dark tone voice. It's pretty good. That's all I'll say. The reference I'll say is the one for Diablo 4. His voice acting for that.
Okay, I mean I do remember seeing the trailers for that game.
Yeah. Dude, if it's the same thing that I watched and listened, it's like, oh man, okay, we're in for a treat. So it's a good thing.
I got to see that big purple, helmet. He did. There was a Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie, what,
Oh,
20 years ago
the
now?
old one.
Yeah, and he was just a cloud.
Yeah.
Such a bummer.
Oh, people are making a joke like, oh, what if Deadpool Wolverine say they have Galactus in there, but then they confuse it. It's Eliath. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Elias is just Cloud also. But anyways, yeah. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Things you see online.
Yeah, stuff to see. We're approaching summer, and actually, I think the first summer movie already flopped. The Fall
Okay.
Guy or whatever.
Oh, is that considered a some?
It's supposed to kick off the summer movie season.
Uh,
Right? What's he? Is like a stuntman or something?
yeah. I don't know too much. I wasn't really
Yeah,
into it. So
I don't think it was hyped properly. But
yeah.
other than Deadpool Wolverine, you excited about anything else before we wrap up?
Um,
For the summer movies, I mean.
Potentially the new what's it called? Planet of the Apes. What's it called? The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't think I even
Oh,
watched the
okay.
previous movie, honestly. But
I
that's more
haven't
of
either.
curious. I'm not hyped. I'm just curious about it. That's all.
But they're all good movies.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I never watched the
the very
previous
first
one.
one with James Franco.
Yeah, I saw the first one. I
No, me
saw.
neither.
Yeah.
You see the
There's.
second one?
I saw the second one. Yeah, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
where I stopped too.
yeah, I never watched the third one, and now this is the fourth. So
Yeah, but even like the third and fourth, the third one I think was considered a good one too.
yeah,
I just
I
never got
hear.
excited for him.
Yeah, I think I heard about it, but I never watched it. One of those
There's Tim
things.
Burton one from the 90s.
Which one?
The Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, jeez, I forgot
The,
about that. That's like a
the
remake, was
theaters.
it?
It's one
Or
of
what was? Is that a remake or a?
well, I mean, I guess they're all remakes, right? They're all
Well,
reboots from the 70s.
not the first one, right? Because the first one is like the like how it started. The first two,
Oh,
right?
this one he travels to another planet.
Yeah, the Mark
Mark
Wahlberg one.
Wahlberg, like he
Yeah,
crash lands. Yeah,
yeah. That's why I said it's kind of like
but
a remake, or I don't know. I remember
he
it, but I don't know it exact. I
it's
don't
a
remember
weird
exactly.
it's a weird story.
Oh well. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, Planet of
yeah.
the
But
Apes.
other than that, no. Not really. We'll see. That's why I've been
Okay,
watching a lot of
I,
anime, honestly. So that's why.
you don't have any hype for Furiosa?
Um, I'm not a big fan of the Mad Max series, so it's. I'll probably
Oh,
watch it.
even Fury Road.
I watched it. I wasn't that big of a fan of it. So
Oh, okay,
yeah,
interesting. I really love that movie.
yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's just not my thing. I don't hate it.
Okay,
It's just not my thing.
okay.
That's the one with what's his name? Like the other actor.
Or
No, no, Mad
the old
Max
one or
Fury
the
Road.
current one?
The previous one, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, it has Venom and Beast.
I gotcha. And Charlize Theron was
Charlize Theron. I don't think
Furiosa.
she's a superhero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she is. She's in Doctor Strange. Remember, she's in the ending of Doctor Strange.
First one?
No, Multiverse of
Second one.
Madness, the second one. Like the very end when he has
Oh,
his third
that's
eye open and he's walking down the
who is
street.
she? I
Um,
remember the third eye scene.
yeah, it was after that. Like she's like Strange or whatever. Like you have to come with me. You know, there's something going on, and she like does a cut and opens up the another world or dimension.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I think I forgot.
yeah. See, boom, there you go. She's a superhero too.
She's Furiosa.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Interesting. I thought that's one of the best action movies I've seen in years.
uh,
Although that was almost 10 years ago now.
not my
Okay,
cup of
well,
tea. So, anyways,
different
yeah,
tastes.
cool. Anyways, yeah, I think we can just wrap it up there.
Yeah, let's wrap it up there.
Yeah, Raymond, thanks for joining. Pleasure always chatting up with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I'll see you next month.
Hopefully not that long.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, we gotta finish it up. So hopefully and
We'll see.
get our buddy back or at least someone else. So all right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
All right, everyone. That wraps it up for us.
That's a wrap.
Yep. I hope you enjoyed listening to us. I hope you enjoyed our podcast. So until next time, have a fantastic day. Hey guys, thanks for listening to our show. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback for us, we greatly appreciate that. If you can send us an email to worktimefunpodcast@gmail.com, or you can send us a message at X, formerly known as Twitter, and our handle is @worktimefunpod. Thanks again.